Okay, so we've got the tires and stuff all replaced, and we've got a brand new belt on there as well. This is a tire kit that I have for VCRs, and it's got different sizes. The thing is that it doesn't have every size that I need, but sometimes it does. So I was gonna open this up for you. So it's got various sizes, and the one size I'm completely out of, but there are two sizes that will fit. There's two sizes, they will actually fit the Sanyos, so and the one that's missing is I think it's this one, or no, it was this one. It was the .69 OB ID 520. The wall is 130, and these sizes, they seem to work, except the size I'm using at the very top, it kind of it's a little fat. The tire thickness of the tire is actually fatter and wider, but anyway, the tires work just fine. But I have an idea, and I'm toying with the idea of changing out the system here. Instead of having two idler tires, I'd like to change this out to the geared idler, because it's got a geared idler for the top and a tire on the bottom, and I might change it out to the geared idler on top, and because that was, I don't know, I just think that one was a little bit better. Anyway, so let's get a tape in and see if we can get a tape to even play. And so let's get this tape in. As you can see, there's a slipping belt already, so we're going to need to change that as well. But let's see, fast forward. Rewind. There we go. So it's playing, and we have our UV meters, volume meters. So this thing appears to be working. Let's put it up on the screen. Let me hook this up to the screen, and we'll see if we get a picture. Okay, are you guys ready? Play. There we go. It's working. It's working. Well, the volume meters are working. The HiFi light is on. Okay. I can hear a squeaking sound, but we'll fix that with some oil. Manual, auto. This is a European vacation. Beta 3, Beta 2. It's working! Good picture quality. Oh, you guys want to see the old one? There's the old. And there is the broken belt. So, the top one was cracked. And this was broken. So here's the belts that were changed. They are cracked and dry rotted. And as soon as I stretched the belt out, it actually snapped. They snapped in half because they're so cracked and dry. So these go in the garbage now. And of course, I've got to put my front faceplate back on. But one of the things that you'll note, wait a minute, this looks different. Yep, it is. This mechanism has the tire, the one tire on the bottom, okay, and then it has the geared idler on top. Now, why would I switch it to the geared idler, and where did I get it from? I had a scrap, it was either a Sanyo 4000, I think it was either a 4000 or a 4200, and or maybe it was a 4400. I know it was the 4000 series. Yeah, so I think it was a 4400. It might have been a 42 or a 4000. I can't remember, but I just know that I pulled both the reels and the idler assembly out and scrapped the rest of the machine. And I had these parts for quite some time just sitting in my parts bin. So I just decided to, I like this particular mechanism. I like to have the geared idler on top, and so I just swapped out the reels. Because you have to swap the reels out too, because the other reels were smooth and flat. Because the other one had of course had the tire, and this one's got the gear. So you have to switch out the gears as well. So Also, I've cleaned the posts that the reels ride on. Changed out the belt. It's got a brand new belt for the threading and unthreading the cassette and the tape around the drum. New belt there. New belt on the cassette housing. Brand new belt for the idler. And brand new tire on the bottom. And it's got the gear. Now, also I swapped the E-clip out with a cut washer because I lost the E-clip. The E-clip went flying, so I had to get a cut washer put on there, and it doesn't matter if it has an E-clip or a cut washer. Either one of them will be just fine, and it'll hold the part into place, and this machine is ready to go. So I'm going to put this thing all back together. But I'm just gonna let's put my front faceplate back on. There we go. Power it up. So we've got a counter, and then the clock, and the display is very, very bright, and the front faceplate has very little. Not very many scratches, just a few scratches up here, but the actual plastic itself is still glossy. Now we've got this thing powered on, so we can go ahead and put in a cassette. And now you'll notice that it takes it and sucks it in, tightens it. And it's still got just a little bit of a squeal. And I think I might have to put some more oil on the post. Or maybe I forgot to put oil on the post, but I'll do that later. And we got our HiFi light is on. And our volume meters are working. I need to put the shielding plate on for here. Put the top plate. I mean, not the shielding, but the top plate back on the cassette housing. And then put the shielding plate back on, and then put this button it all back up. But before we do that, I just want to, make sure this thing is working good before we do that, because I already know it has a picture, so I don't need to worry about that. We'll see how you see how it's got a little bit more fast forward. This mechanism is a little bit noisier than the other one. That is one of the drawbacks to this particular the geared idler, is that it is a lot more noisy. But sorry about that dog. Anyway, it's got a lot more torque with rewind. Okay, so with that good to go, the only thing I need to do is go ahead and put everything back together. But I do want to clean the video heads. I'm going to clean the video heads. We're going to clean the audio head, the control track head. We're going to clean the full erase head and clean the posts. Just give it a good general cleaning and put it back together, and then that'll end the video. And then later on, what I will do, what I want to do is maybe take this thing apart and do a full restoration and clean everything. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a video on the restoration, but I might, because that way you guys get a idea of what I do to restore them. You get an idea of like how long it would take, because you got to take every single thing apart. So all the circuit boards have to come out, you know, everything has to come out and be cleaned, and then everything can be put back in. So now that we got the mechanics working, you know, we got the electrical power supply fixed, we've got the mechanical fixed, and this thing is now playing a tape. Yeah, we'll just clean everything and clean the, I'm gonna clean the pinch roller too, but the pinch roller has a little bit of glossiness on it, but the pinch roller is very soft and good to go. So we'll put a little rubber renew on there to kind of, you know, take some of that sheen off. But and we'll clean the switches and stuff. But well, the repair is done, so this thing's now fully operational. I do want to do a testing on the record and make sure that everything is working. And you know, sometimes these Sanyos are known to have record issues. Sometimes they will record in black and white, and if that's the case with this particular machine, we'll do a repair on that. We'll discuss why it does it, and we'll discuss how to repair it, and then we will repair it if that has an issue. I don't know if this one has that issue or not, but a lot of times some of the Sanyo models, they seem to have issues with the recording function, where it records black and white and there's no color. And but I don't want to really, I'll come to that bridge when I, you know, if it happens, you know, we'll just cross that bridge if it happens. Or but anyway, so let's get this thing back together. And like I said, once I get those caps, the new caps in, I'll take that Ilna out and put in a different one. But the Ilna, that was the only one I had, so in that power supply. So we had a voltage regulator that was bad, and we had capacitors that were bad, we had belts that were bad, we had bad idler tires. This one was a pain in the ass. I never had one just really rub me the wrong way like this has. Pain in the ass. I mean, really a pain in the ass. This machine was not easy to repair, and this one was a challenge for me. Okay, so now that you've survived all of my babbling on and on and on, I've got it. The heads were all cleaned, and everything's lubricated, and still got a little bit of a squeaky sound, but it might be just because of that particular geared idler just is a little bit noisy. I still think I do need to put a little bit more lubricant on the posts. The posts that the reels spin on probably needs a little bit more oiled. But with that said, we can do that later on. So we've got a tape here. Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Feeder. I have 2 copies of some of them. This is my second copy. This is the first copy I got, and then the second copy was in a little bit better condition cosmetically, so. And also when I played the other one, it was better than this one, so. This is a Sony cassette. Like I said, this tape's not in that great a shape.
Classic French tale about a merchant's beautiful daughter who finds her prince through the kind heart of a beast. Beauty and the Beast.
This particular tape is in pretty bad condition, and that's why it's going into my resale pile. Now when I sell these, I sell them dirt cheap, so anybody that wants to buy it for a few dollars, then you can have it. This is a very good unit, and the picture quality is superb. And yes, I found a door for this. I had a door that I saved from one of my scrap machines. Still got the timer programming instructions on it. Sanyo was very famous for putting this on there because this really helps customers know how to program something, you know. And let me turn this down. That way I can kind of talk. Turn the volume up a little bit. You don't even hear the squeaking. Anyway, this machine is fully operational. I just thought it was cool that Sanyo used to put an instruction guide. Press the program button and select the program number. Press the start/stop button. Press the hour button to set the starting hour of recording. Press the minute button to set the starting minute of recording. Press the channel button to set the desired channel. Press the start/stop button. Press the hour button to set the stopping hour of recording. Press the minute button to set the stopping minute of recording. Steps 1 through 9 can then be repeated until all 8 programs are set. So that's what that says. That's pretty cool. Just Sanyo really did it did a pretty good job, as well as Sony, you know. I mean, Sanyo gets a bad rap sometimes for making crap, but this was one of their best models. And you know, it's kind of hard to have, you know, say, man, those are some beautiful women. Those 2 beautiful women. Good actors, too. Anyway, oh, I love looking at beautiful women. It's just, wow. Anyway, so, if, you know, if I have my Sonys hooked up, which I love, you know, but sometimes I look at some of my other beta decks, such as this one, and I think, what a wonderful display piece. You know, wouldn't it be cool to just put this up there on my shelf and just to have it sitting there, you know, just to look at and play tapes in it. Just, I could look at this VU meter all day long. I just love the detail that they put into this volume meter. Because you got your left side and you've got your right side. And this will record the audio in 80, I think 80 decibels. And they used to have they had a sticker that they put on the front here, on the front piece. It would say, I think it said 80 decibels or 86 decibels or something like that. But the picture quality is pretty good. And yeah, that tape just seems to be messed up a little bit in the beginning, but it seems to play really good now. And this is Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater, so I know that I could play it without getting, you know, hit with a copyright. And this is one of the ways that I can. They don't seem to be copywriting these series, and it might be because the copyright law has, maybe the copyright is ran out. I don't know, but it seems like YouTube doesn't seem to have a problem with the Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater being up on YouTube, or Rescue 911. I used to have a huge library of Rescue 911 that I recorded off cable TV when I lived over on the coast, and put them on my first channel. My first channel got taken down, and I never did make a backup copy of the videos, and so I lost a lot of my Rescue 911s, but they were up on YouTube for a long time. Just seems like some shows, they don't seem to mind being up on YouTube, but then there's others where you get hit with a copyright. So I know this is one that I could, you know, play and not get hit with a copyright. Yeah, this is Beauty and the Beast, and doesn't it look great in the dark? I don't know, you could really get into watching films with the lights off, or just a little bit of lighting. So if I turn the light back on, yeah. Anyway, so, you know, this thing plays very well, you know. It's cleaned the heads and everything, so it's superb. I think I got a remote for this thing too somewhere. Let's just see if I can dig the remote out. Because I've got a remote for a Sanyo, which is actually it's a remote for a Sears branded Sanyo, and that remote, I'll probably just include that remote in with this machine, because basically the same remote, but it's just a Sears branded one. And it was a remote from yeah, it was a Sears one, and I think that one sold, so I don't even have the Sears machine anymore. And of course this is now New Year's, so by the time I'm making this part, it's New Year's Eve anyway. So you can hear the fireworks going off. People love to celebrate with fireworks on New Year's. That and 4th of July. So I think that's gonna end this video. Don't have any much more to say about this machine other than when I go to do a restoration on it, I think I'll do a video on that. And let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that. So I'm very happy with this machine, very pleased with the way that it is performing. We'll just reset the counter. It goes back to the clock, and that clock's not right. I had not set the clock, so it's been plugged in for over an hour, so that's why it says 1 a.m. It has that 12 o'clock, but the minute you hit counter, it sets it for 12. If you don't set the time, then when you hit the counter, it just automatically sets the midnight as. But anyway, so I think it's like 10 o'clock in reality. I could set the clock. It's because I think it's 10 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock on New Year's. New Year's Eve, and they're already doing, yeah, we'll just do that for now. I know I got a remote for it somewhere. I've got a Sears branded remote that'll work for this thing, that I can sell it. I could sell that remote with this machine, you know, and, there we go. So that's the real time. 10:10. I just looked at my phone over there. Anyway, so that'll be it. That'll be the end of this video. And I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing the repair on this Sanyo 7200 Beta HiFi. And the problems that we were having with our Beta HiFi light went away as soon as I put the capacitor in and I put the voltage regulator IC in, and started working great. So me and the Betamax kitty are we're going to we're gonna sign off here. So we're gonna sign off, and I hope you guys have I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. So see you later. Bye bye.